couple of new safeties you've done film breakdowns on. Let's start with Damontae Kazee, what you see from Kazee. Played a couple of years with the Steelers.
Yeah, so he came out of San Diego State originally and had a 4-year run with the Falcons, and was a good single high free safety for them. Goes to Dallas for a year, and then last 3 with Pittsburgh, where he was sort of their third safety. They had Minkah Fitzpatrick and Terrell Edmonds, a couple guys that they one traded for and one drafted really highly, and Edmonds a first-round pick for them. And like I said, they gave Miami a first-round pick for Minkah. So he was their third safety, would play injury situations, would play in those sort of 3 safety looks and dime and various DB packages. But he's a center fielder type, as you can see, a lot of the run fit stuff. He does a really nice job over the course of his snaps in Pittsburgh, about 1,200 of them, of coming downhill on runs where, backs such as Nick Chubb you just saw earlier, now Derrick Henry here with both Tennessee in 2023 and 2024 here with Baltimore. When they get through the first level to the second level, you're the last line of defense, got to get those guys on the ground, and I think he's pretty good at it. So they obviously like Ronnie Hickman. They're going to continue to give him a chance to earn a second contract and be the guy in center field, but they needed a backup center fielder type in Kazee who can come downhill, who can fit the run, and who can play in 2 high safety looks, play a deep half or a deep quarter, and then play in the single high center field looks of cover 1 and cover 3. And he's a nice depth piece who's very specifically strong at the back half portions of the field and coming downhill, like I said, taking proper angles, making tackles, and then being where he's supposed to be in the passing game. So I like him. I think it's a good fit from a depth perspective. He did have that, if you recall, issue a few years back where I think it was at the end of the 23 season, and I wouldn't expect everybody to remember this, but there was a really nasty Week 14 open field hit on a ball thrown over the middle, as you're seeing him make some breaks on the football there, to Michael Pitman with the Colts. It was one of the nastier collisions that got a guy thrown out for helmet to helmet, and it cost him. He was suspended. He was suspended 3 games at the end of that season and the playoffs because that hit was one of the more grotesque hits that you'll see, because Pittman was diving for the ball, and I'm not even sure that it was a really nefarious play, but it was really unsafe. And I think that put him publicly on a bad path in terms of like the type of player he is. And then obviously I don't think things worked out that last year in Pittsburgh. But when you think about swapping him out for Juan Thornhill in that single high deep safety role, there's really not that much of a difference here at all. And I actually think you might get a better piece of production out of him as a veteran piece back there. So like I said, he'll compete with Ronnie Hickman. Those will be the 2 guys looking to get that opportunity back there. And I think it's a nice fail-safe with a guy who's proven to be effective enough back there. He's 31. It's older, but obviously good experience in the league, and obviously we'll know a little bit about how Jim Schwartz expects that position to be played.